Hey, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Coaching from the Couch. This is your weekly DMV sports update, and I am your host, CWall, checking in as I so much enjoy and love to do each and every single week to give you the latest and greatest on the hot topics in sports happening in the DMV, Washington metropolitan area. This is our live conversation here. So let's go ahead and get ready to get started. So the lineup for this evening, because we absolutely have to stay on task for this evening, is we're going to do some mystics. We're going to do some mystics. Mystics fans, I still want you to hit the love button. I know the season is over. It's very sad. I know, but I still want you to hit that love button. And Bowie TV had the honor and pleasure of covering the Colorado versus Colorado State game over the weekend when we were out in Colorado to cover the Commanders and Broncos game. So I have that experience. We've already posted it throughout social media, but we want to make sure we share it here as well. And of course, we'll get into Commanders and Bills also. So love button, fire emoji, drop in the chat that you can hear me loud and clear so I can make sure you all can hear me loud and clear. And make sure we're good to go. All righty. Are we ready, DMV sports fans? Mystics fans, have you recovered? Have you recovered? I know that this was not the ending for the Washington Mystics season that everyone thought it would be. But here we are. So this hurt a bit, even as media, to see the Mystics not make it further into the playoffs and not even be able to continue the playoff series in an effort to at least come home and play one game. I do want to share Natasha Cloud's very tearful piece of her press conference that we got from my colleague, Karita Parks of Double Take Sports. Check this out right here from Natasha Cloud's presser.
Years. It's the only team that looked at me coming out of college. It's the only coaching staff that believed in me. I went through a lot of growing pains throughout my career. So to be where I am today, to be where my feet are today, I'm really proud. And I know the younger version of myself would be proud. I know my family is really proud. And the support that I've had from the Mystics organization, both on and off the court, you don't see that in this league. I can be a villain. I say what I want. I say it with my chest, and that can sometimes reflect badly, not only on myself, but the organization. But, when you ruffle feathers, it's good trouble, right? And to have a organization, we see in sports world, players that speak up can be blackballed out. They can lose their jobs. They can be moved. So to have the support of the Mystics organization through and through, it's been a blessing for 8 years, but it really means a lot to me to wear DC across my chest. And yeah, I just hope that I made our organization, our fans, and my family proud.
So we know that free agency is coming up, and the day after the game, with so much going on, with so much emotion from losing the game, Natasha Cloud didn't want to talk about free agency at all. So we'll see what happens in the offseason. As I saw Cameron Mingo's comment that they were missing Shakira Austin. Listen, this is why you all always hear me say, barring any injury. Injuries impact your lineup. That's just a fact. That's just is what it is. And unfortunately, the Mystics dealt with some injuries all throughout the season, and it hurt. I mean, I am still very impressed that they made the playoffs. But as Alina Deladon said in her interview the other day, any season where you don't come out with the championship is a loss. So this is hard. Send them some love, give them a shout out. As everyone knows, Natasha Cloud, like she said in her interview, she's gonna keep it real. She gonna say it with her chest. So to even see those emotions from her, it means a lot. And you know that this was a gut punch, because I don't know about you all, but I was certainly looking forward to continuing to watch the playoffs and see the playoffs with the Mystics in them back at Entertainment Sports and Arena. Entertainment Sports Arena. I can't even get it right. See them at their own house Friday night for game 3, but we will not see that. So best wishes to the Mystics, and of course we'll keep you up to date on the Mystics off season and everything they have going on. They are doing off season interviews very, very soon. All right. If you've just popped in, you are watching from the Coaching from the Couch series, the weekly DMV Sports Update. I am your host, CWall. Make sure you hit that love button, drop a fire emoji so that I know that you're on, and make sure you're sharing this show with your DMV Sports loving family and friends. Now, you all, as I said in the beginning, if you've seen my posts throughout the week and weekend, you all know that I took a trip. Everyone knows I was in Denver, Colorado, and Bowie TV had the pleasure, honor, and opportunity to cover Colorado versus Colorado State. Now, of course, who knew that this was going to be such a historic game, a historic moment? But let me tell you all something. I want to share the entire highlight video with you all, okay? Because Colorado Prime experience is a very real thing. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and share this with you all. Enjoy. certainly hope you all enjoyed that coverage of highlights from the Colorado versus Colorado State game. Who knew it was going to go into 2 overtimes? Nobody at all. If whatever energy you see on TV, believe it, it's all real. The prime effect is authentic. They even had your girl wearing sunglasses at night. All right. I was sitting up in the press box wearing sunglasses. One time I was down on the field. As soon as it got dark, I was down there on the field. I had to ask the I said, am I wearing sunglasses at night? I am. And I'm not taking them off either. So listen, great experience. I hope you all enjoyed the bonus coverage. We certainly enjoyed the bonus coverage. So I had to absolutely share that with you all. If you are just checking in, this is from the Coaching from the Couch series, your weekly DMV sports update. I am your host, CWall, Bowie Television, bringing you all the latest, greatest, cool stuff, information happening in the DMV this week. Commanders fans, the rest of the show is for you. Check in, love button, fire emoji. Let's jump right on in. Why don't we? And we have to stay on time. On time and on task. I had to ask myself where I wanted to start with this conversation, but we'll just go ahead and start from the top. Another sold out crowd, Commanders fans. Good, great job. Because it's another sold out. And hey, Bills Mafia travels, okay? Bills Mafia does travel, all right? But hopefully, the majority of those tickets have gone to Commanders fans. Now, in the press conference yesterday, I asked Coach Ron Rivera, I've been having my eyes on the linebackers, as typically I do. That is one position group that I try to keep my eyes on. And I've been watching them throughout. You all may have seen my post where Cody Barton shared with Darrell coming off the field at the end of the game that he wasn't so good the first half on Sunday, but he thought he did a lot better in the second half. Check out the questions that I asked Coach Rivera in his press conference yesterday. Coach, so far, what have you seen out of the linebacker position group from week 1 to week 2?
I think you're seeing steady growth. Jamin has really come on this year, and you see his ability to make plays. He's a high impact guy that really has a hit and run through mentality. And he does a lot of good things getting around the ball. Cody has grown in the last 2 games. You've seen the difference. He's learning and really kind of trying to shake some of the habits he had from when he was in Seattle. In Seattle, they were a gap-controlled defense, very strict, one gap, one player, whereas our guys are a little bit more, I don't want to say 2 gap as much as, Jack has given the tackles in front of the linebackers some liberties. And so really what the linebackers do at times have to make those guys right. And you're asking a little bit of the linebackers, but at the same time, you don't want to keep, Jonathan or Duran from having the opportunity to be explosive and get vertical and get upfield. I mean, those 3 plays Duran made in a row, those are because of some of his decision making, which puts a little bit of stress on the linebackers. But if you're going to make plays, Jack doesn't want to stop that. So, it's a little bit tougher for the linebackers. You saw in the first half, Cody started slow and then finished up with 10 tackles in the second half. And he was playing off of those guys, and he's learning to play off the guys. That's a lot to ask a linebacker. Jamin's used to it, and so when you watch Jamin, he almost puts them in a bind sometimes because Jamin has a tendency that he sees something, he'll run through. So they're kind of learning and developing and growing as a group.
And starting out at home, another sellout crowd. How exciting is that for you and for the team overall in preparation this week?
Wow, I think that's great. I really do. I think it's going to be very exciting for our players. This is going to be a good crowd. It's going to be, we'll probably have a few more Buffalo fans just because they do travel very well. But hopefully we'll have a lot more Commander fans out there that'll drown them out. And I'm looking forward to the environment. I mean, this is kind of what I've been hoping for, just because having been here when it was like that back in the day. This is very exciting for our team and for our organization, for this community and city.
I'm even like, whoa, wow, what time do I need to leave my house to make sure I can get there on time? This is exciting. I have to admit, this is exciting. I don't recall if I shared this on the Washington Commanders update earlier in the week, but let me say this. Even in Denver, when the Commanders scored, which ended up being a lot, when they came back out during halftime, you heard Commanders fans. The Commanders fans traveled very, very well to Denver. So shout out to the fans. And this is going to be an exciting weekend. This is not the week to start slow. You know, I've mentioned with my guys on Fox Sports 1340 last night. I said, hey, get the kinks out. You were able to come back. You were able to still win both of these, games starting out the season. Great. Awesome. And I do think even on paper, they were the better team in those games. This one is a little different. And now, even still thinking about, I've taken some time. I've, been asked about when did I think the momentum of the game shifted, and I definitely think it was the strip fumble with Jamin, Chase getting pressure up front and Jamin doing his thing. That's why I wanted to ask about the linebackers, and I knew that Cody was doing some things differently than he was when he was in Seattle. So I have been watching that group and wanted Coach Rivera's insight or his thoughts on that group from week 1 to week 2, because I'm seeing some differences there as well in a good way. But I just knew that Cody things were a little slow in the first half in week 2. I think between that play and Daron Payne just single-handedly closing out a series by himself, I said, oh, okay. Oh, all right. But I definitely was thinking to myself, because I really wanted to know. I said, when the team went down 21-3, what were they thinking? Like, what we know that they started playing better, the team. But what really happened? What was really said? How did they really get it together? So I said, why don't I ask Coach Jack Del Rio and Coach Eric Bieniemy what went through their minds when the team went down 21-3. Check out their responses here. Coach, so going back to your comment a moment ago about needing every second of the game on Sunday,
Yep.
What went through your mind specifically when the team went down 21-3?
Keep fighting, and that's what I conveyed to our guys. We keep playing one play at a time. You just don't know, and that was kind of proof how we just were steadfast. There was a stretch where we went 6 series. We had a couple 3-and-outs. We had a couple turnovers forced. Held them to a field goal on a short field, and that was huge. So. And those, that stretch of 6 series allowed us to have a chance to take over the game offensively. Really did a great job, and so that's what we're all about. Just keep competing.
Coach, I just asked Coach Del Rio this question. I'm going to ask you as the offensive coordinator. When the team went down 21-3, what went through your mind specifically?
Keep playing. It's a long game. At the end of the day, the only thing that we need to do is be the best team over a 60-minute period of time. Does not matter what the score is. The only thing that we have to do, and this is the message to our offense, we want to play one play at a time. That's it. The only thing that matters after that play is over is the next play. That's the only thing that we can control. And so when you're in those moments, you have to live in that moment and understand how important that moment is, because you have 10 other people on that field that are counting on you to go out there and be the very best of you. So when those situations come up, you don't fold the tent. You don't find a way to just decide to say, hey, this game is over. No, we can continue playing. This is a part of our DNA. This is why we work the way we do. This is why we prep the way we do in the classroom. This is why we do certain things as far as preparing our guys to live in this moment and understand how valuable this moment is, but also, too, not taking anything for granted. Okay, I thought our guys showed a tremendous amount of grit. They showed a tremendous amount of resilience, and you must have that in this industry if you want to be great. I thought they did a great job of that, of showing that and putting it on display last weekend.
I wanted to hear it. I wanted to know. That's why I asked the question, because I wanted to see if what I was sensing from this team, and you all know I've been sharing some stuff with you all since May. Hey, this thing is different. This ride is rolling. Okay. And the captains are different people. This is a different energy. You know, we would have seen a Commanders team probably just last year fold straight up. And I wanted to know, what did you say? What were you thinking as the coordinators? And I was happy to hear that it was both offensive, defense, thinking along the same lines, bringing that same level of energy. That then aligns with my thought process and what I'm seeing and sensing of these players are playing for one another. They're playing for one another. You all will recall back during the summer when things got a little heated during training camp, I was like, okay, it's time for them to hit somebody else. The time is here. And it's a big opportunity. Week 3 against the Buffalo Bills, I kind of always sensed that this was going to be the week where let's see where things are, because the season doesn't get any easier, right? There's Buffalo this coming weekend, and then next week, the Philadelphia Eagles in Philly. So then there's what? Primetime game, Thursday night football against the Chicago Bears. Then what are we doing? The Atlanta Falcons. It's got some heat on them right now, right? They hot a little bit. Okay, cool. But this is the week where they have an opportunity to really make a statement. People are paying attention, but not really, because it's still the Commanders, right? So this is an opportunity for this team to say, and like I say all the time, I'm not saying anybody's going to go undefeated. No one in this league, right? No team in this league. No, that's not what we're saying at all. But what I am saying is, if they want to impress people and say everybody might want to wake up, this is going to be the week to do that. Going into Philly 3-0 would be a very, very big deal. And why I'm continuing to talk about this, drop your bold predictions, any bold predictions for this game. Because let me tell you all something. I'm still waiting on my pick 6. I'm still waiting on it. I'm just going to hold on tight because I feel like we due for a pick 6. That's what a bold prediction is. And Emmanuel Forbes pick 6, by the way. Close runner-up, Cameron Curl, in terms of a bold prediction. But this game, I'm hoping, is fun from beginning to end. I don't think this is the week to have any heroics, any comebacks. I think this is the opportunity to go toe-to-toe offensively and for the defense to say, Josh Allen, not up in here. All right? Not up in here. You cool with us. But during this 60 minutes, in our establishment, the answer shall be no. I think they have to do that this week in order for someone to start paying attention. Like, is anybody really paying attention to what the Washington Commanders got going on right now with everybody being healthy? Everybody wake up, hold on. if they want to be taken seriously, this is the week that they have to show improve. Again, go toe to toe offensively and let the defense get the ball back and say, hey, Josh Allen, you could do that all across the league, man. You're just not going to do it here in front of our family and friends and fans. You're not going to do that. Not this year. No. We'll see what happens, you all. Either way, I know it'll be a good one. If you're going to the game, enjoy. If you're watching on television, enjoy. You know I'll be there taking a lot of notes and hopefully not feeling like I don't know who these people playing are. Hopefully I recognize all of the players playing on the field on Sunday. You all, thank you so much, as always, for watching the weekly DMV Sports Update, the Coaching from the Couch series. I'll be talking to you all again soon.